And I'll tell you guys since we're all friends. Every character I write has a piece of me in them. Hi, I'm Lee Bardugo. You're listening to the GrishaCast.
Welcome to GrishaCast, episode 92. In this episode, we are celebrating Grishaversary 2.0. This is your host, Eric.
And I'm Terry. From Nashville, Tennessee, this is your podcast for all things Grishaverse.
A world created by our queen bee, Lee Bardugo. Beep, 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 buzz. Muy sabieni casters.
Hello!
So, before we get started, we have some listener cities.
We do. First, we have Manassas, Virginia.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
And then we have Bangong, Neong, Philippines.
Woo!
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope I didn't butcher that. Please forgive me if I did. We love you
We do.
so much.
So much. We
So-
wouldn't be here without you.
We would not. So this is our Grishaversary episode, which
2 years.
I know. And it's like put all this hard work into craziness. And before we start any of that discussion, we've got to talk about our fabulous Grishaversary cosplay
Yeah.
for this evening. So
Yes.
you look gorgeous.
Thank you. I feel gorgeous.
You
No one can tell me anything right now.
Good, they shouldn't.
No.
I'll buzz them off and use my stinger and
Yeah.
boo, get that.
Sick my Eric B on you.
I'll get him.
Hey, you are Eric B.
I am a member. Yep, so I'm just one of your bees.
Yes. So, yes, I guess we should actually say
Yes.
what I am. I'm Sancta Elisaveta.
And you look gorgeous, and you
Thank
made this whole
you.
thing.
I did.
It looks so nice.
Thank you.
I love the little details of the bees.
Thanks.
little
I was
ones.
trying to figure out how to get them to be all around me, and then it was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
It's okay.
we just put them in the.
You
I've
have
got them on every flower. So
you have the
okay.
massive one next to you.
Yes,
So
I have all I need right now.
I am just the big bee, and you should check it out. Probably on Instagram because you can't see my stinger, but I'm gonna make sure that we get a picture of that later because my stinger's really cute. It's big. It's red too.
Ooh.
Just letting you know. So, but
Definitely check us out on YouTube.
yes, and
Subscribe while you're there. Like our things. But yeah, you can check out our costumes and you can see all kinds of stuff that we're doing. Because we actually, film while we're talking, and sometimes we make ridiculous faces, and you see all kinds of things that you can't hear. So definitely check it out.
constantly.
Yes.
I am constantly making weird faces. I've had many times where I've forgotten to take a picture of us, and I've always been like, "Oh, well, I'll just use a picture from our YouTube." And you're always smiling, but every time I pause, I'm like, I
Yes.
never make any normal faces. But that's me.
Typically, I make crazy faces, but I've been pretty good.
You're good on the podcast. You do great here. I am goodness gracious. So, but anyways, we do want to say thank you to all our listeners, especially if you've been with us since the very beginning. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that have been. And
The OGs.
yes, thank you so much. We wouldn't be here without you, and thank you for everything because we wouldn't be here without you because
No.
we'd just be talking to a void, and yeah, so this is amazing. 2 years, and
Which is crazy to think
Yeah.
about, really.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
It doesn't,
No.
and I'm just really grateful. So thank you guys so much, and especially we'll get to our little part where we are answering listener questions. So
Ooh,
we hope
spicy.
you guys enjoy if we get to answer one of yours. We weren't able to pick all of them, but we got some of them, and anyway. So we'll get to that in a little bit. But first off, so this has been a roller coaster.
Mhm.
We've had a lot of fun doing it, but what do you think your favorite part, if you can think of it? I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Yes, on the spot.
What has been maybe the most rewarding or something that maybe just is is your favorite part or something that's just meant a lot to you through GrishaCast, doing GrishaCast, but excluding, of course, our interview with Lee Bardugo.
Oh yeah, because that would
that always is top.
that would trump everything.
Yeah.
I find talking to our listeners probably the most rewarding part. Hearing that we've touched them in some way, that we're in their lives in some way, that we've made their days or weeks or whatever better in any way. I think that has been my favorite part. That's been the most definitely the most rewarding part.
For sure.
Just hearing everyone's stories and I guess feeling like we're approachable enough to, come to us and they're comfortable enough that makes me feel like we've done our job.
Absolutely. And I agree, because it is so rewarding to know that you're putting out something that I think means a lot to both of us, and to know that we're actually succeeding at it because people are getting something out of it and it's helping them. And I feel like I understand. That's a great moment. It's nice to hear that. So thank you for all of those out there that have shared their stories with us. We always are just so touched by them, and it's nice to hear that. It really is. So thank you guys. We love you all. I think we've said that now for the first 6 minutes. We've just we love our listeners.
It's the truth.
It is true.
I mean, when you send us stories about how we've touched you in some way, it touches us. Like, it really does. Like, it, as much as, when you write us to say how much you've enjoyed us, like, we enjoy you.
Exactly.
So it's this whole relationship is great. I feel like I have a friendship with all of you, and it's very special to me.
It is, and thank you so much. So if you are just driving through Nashville, then just please don't forget to let us know, because we'd love to see you.
Yeah.
And when the world opens back up and there's podcast things going on, you might see GrishaCast somewhere in
That'd
your
be
town.
so fun.
I know. That would be really cool. Or if there's a Grishaverse, I don't know, could you imagine if they
a big fandom meetup convention, something or other?
If they had a convention for the Grishaverse, that would be so cool. I feel like we're heading in that direction.
They do that. They actually just did that with Outlander not too long ago, where it was a meet and greet, and it was just all Outlander for days. So I feel like we'll get there.
I think
once
so,
the show keeps going, I feel like
we're heading in that direction.
Absolutely.
That would be really cool.
It would be.
And we'll be there for sure.
I was gonna say with bells on, but with bees on.
With bees on. Bees knees. So yeah, I think I agree. That is a very memorable. I think what's also cool is I didn't expect us to venture out into how much this is. Yes, this is a Grishaverse podcast, but it's also a queer podcast, and I think that's very cool. And how we've been able to talk to Hayden Thomas.
That was fantastic.
That's really cool. I would have never expected that to happen. And next week we get another great, and hey, we gotta announce it at the end of the show, but so I might as well.
So stay tuned.
Yes.
To the end.
Yes, because we do have very interesting information of who we will be talking to next week.
But yes, I thoroughly enjoyed speaking with him. That was definitely a highlight.
Yes. And you did great. I was a nervous rat.
Oh, you get anxious and nervous, and that's so cute.
I was horrified, I think, during that one. But it happened.
You'll get used to it. We'll keep doing this, and we'll keep talking to fun people, and
I know.
You'll get used to it.
And that's the fun part. So it is really incredible. And also, our incredible staff. We've got a few people out there, and thank you all so much for everything that you guys do. And we still are working on that website. I know you guys are waiting. We actually are putting some of the final pieces together. We're just it's been hard, but we've still been working on that. And we actually you'll be surprised. We'll let you know when we've got some more stuff. But thank you so much, definitely, to the ones out there that have helped us. Definitely Alex. Thank you. Alex has been incredible. Of course, our producer, Christopher. And
Who does so much more than any of y'all will ever know.
yes, and he never wants to ever be in anything, but I try.
But we're going to give him recognition
we
right
are,
now.
because we love him so much.
We'd certainly 100% would not be doing this without
no, we would
him.
not. We wouldn't have the studio we're in. We wouldn't have anything.
So everyone give Chris some love.
Yes, he is incredible. And we also need to thank Sid. Thank you. He's one of he actually was a listener from the very beginning, and I remember I know, which is awesome. Special thanks out there for Michelle and Amber. And then there are some of you guys that don't want us to mention. You want to be the anonymous people. So thank you to you guys. You know who you are. You like to remain anonymous.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
Behind the scenes people are important too.
Yeah, because our behind the scenes people that are anonymous are putting together the whole Izumrude thing, like literally right now. Did you Izumrude? We're doing a little test run with our staff right now, and he's off. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
He's on a little journey.
He is. He's off somewhere right now.
Bye, Izumrude.
I know, but he's gonna come back to us, and then he gets to explore the world with all of you.
Oh,
so that's the cool part. So, but anyways, thank you to everybody that's had a part of helping so much with GrishaCast, and enough with that. You guys have heard enough of that. But we just wanted to make sure that we took the time to thank you all. So, moving on. So, what do we think about maybe? I mean, do you have any I don't think there's any other questions for the GrishaCast. I mean, Grishaverse stuff. I'm trying to think. I mean. We've already discussed all that stuff. So I think maybe we should just move on into maybe our next portion, which is really exciting, which is our listener questions.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's some good questions in there.
Okay. So let's do that. But this portion of GrishaCast brought to you by Brecker's Betting App.
Backed by Crow Clubbic Confidence, you can make greed bow to you with extensive odds and flexible limits, making it the most dynamic way to bet. With this exclusive offer, you can place your first 5,000 Kruga completely not risk-free with code YOURFUNERAL.
Jotty in Ketterdam writes, "Thank you, Brecker's Betting. Deposits were easy. I had my bets done in no time, and when I couldn't pay, the dregs only took one of my arms."
Join millions of other satisfied customers today and download the app now. Change the game.
Thanks. Well, so glad to have all our supporters, and thank you. And I hope you guys all go and download that wonderful app. Hopefully don't lose your arms.
Yes, to your own detriment.
Yeah, so moving on to a section of listener questions. We do have some. So we've just kind of thrown these all together. So we love you all out there.
Yeah, there's no real rhyme or reason or any
we just kind of mixed them all up.
Yeah.
So we love you. If we don't get to your question, then we promise we will do them. We will get to them. We've got them.
Or if it makes you think of another question, then feel free to send that in.
Yes. So, okay. When was the last time you told a lie? I think some of these people are wanting to get to know us a little bit more.
Yeah. Wow. Told a lie. Okay. Do you have one?
No, you go first. Hell, I'm thinking.
I think I told my boss that my the doctor's appointment was earlier than it was so that I wouldn't have to go into work first. I think that was on Monday. So that was the last time I told a lie, and I felt really bad about it because I suck really at lying. And as I was talking to him on the phone, I could feel the awkwardness in my voice, but I really didn't want to go to work that morning just to have to go to the doctor's office. So that's my story.
Hey, I get it. I think the last time I told a lie was when I was talking to my therapist.
Ooh.
And said that I had done the work that they had asked me to do and kind of fiddle-faddled through that. Ooh. I did. And I didn't.
Lying to your therapist.
I know. Well, I truly forgot to do the assignment. But truthfully, it all came out that there was no way I would have been able to. And that was this afternoon.
So yeah, that would definitely be the last time.
That was just a couple hours
I
ago.
used to lie to the therapist all the time, which is why I stopped going.
Yeah.
Because I was always like, I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, we're all good.
Everything's fine.
We are all good. Yeah.
Does that make us terrible people?
Yes, but that's okay. I'm fine with it. Aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
Good. See, moving on. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so this one's a little. Tell us about your first kiss.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. So, my first kiss, I remember it. Oh, wait. First kiss. Like.
Yeah, okay, so let's like draw the line here. What constitutes the kiss? Is it like the first time you like quickly peck somebody and you're like hee hee hee, or is it like you know what you're doing at that
The first
point, like you know why?
intentional.
Yeah.
I think we should go for first intentional. Because
Agreed.
I don't want, like, I mean, I had girlfriends when I was younger, but that was just because I was.
Ew.
I know. That was as far as I went with the kiss. So, but I do remember my very first kiss, which was with my first boyfriend.
Ooh.
And his name was Chris, too.
You have a thing for Chris's.
I do. I guess. I didn't realize that. But yeah, that was with Chris, and I remember he's really nice. I'm still in touch with him today. He's got a
Aw.
family and everything. He's really awesome. And
Cute.
Chris, and my husband even knows him and likes him. He's a really good person.
Cute.
So I remember. So what? Tell us about it.
Tell the story.
Well, hell, I mean, I just remembered he was the first person. Now I've got to remember like how that went down. Maybe you should start telling your story, and I'll remember. Hold on.
Mine actually involves a Chris as well.
Oh, so it's the night of the Chris's.
I guess it is.
By the way, how's your tea?
It's actually really
Isn't
good.
it really good?
It is really good.
I told you this is like a cucumber tea.
Which I was
Sounds
skeptical of.
really weird, but like I was like, it's actually really good.
It is very good.
It doesn't taste like cucumber.
No, it's just refreshing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm digging it.
Okay, thank you.
So it was at a really weird time in my life. I didn't know what I wanted at that point. And so I guess it was probably a little later than a lot of people's first like kiss was, I guess. It was like leading into the 9th grade. And it was a boy named Chris. I won't go any further than that. There's so
Yeah,
many
we did
Chris's,
it.
so good luck. But he, because the story is actually kind of funny, he, I guess, really wanted to kiss me. And I had no idea this was happening. And he leaned in and he went for it. We're talking like tongue, just like he went for it. The problem was he missed my mouth completely and he was making out with my nose.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
That's
Did
why
you have sinus issues then?
I actually laughed really hard.
Well, I mean, could you? I
Um,
mean, because he's sucking on your nose.
And he was really embarrassed. And by the time we got into high school, he was trying to be like the cool kid and hang out with,
I think-
certain people. And I think I screamed down the hallway, "Why don't you make out with their nose?" And yeah. So I don't know if that counts really as like
That's some good
first
story,
kiss
though.
since I didn't kiss anybody, but I consider that my first kiss. And
It was
it was
his?
hilarious. It was his first
Did
kiss.
did tongue actually get into a nostril?
Yes,
That's amazing.
it really was.
Please,
It was.
I love it.
That's yes. That has to be my first kiss story because it's so hilarious.
That's funny. Well, my first kiss, my first kiss
Woo!
with Chris. I just remember it was but I was like all into like being romantic then. So like I was like, I mean, dead set. Like I was always like into like, I mean, I don't know. I really wanted romance. So I just remember it was in his car and yeah, it was first kiss. First one that meant something.
Who initiated it?
Yes, exactly.
No.
Oh, who did? He did. Yeah,
Okay.
I couldn't have. Hell, I was so nervous then.
Oh,
I was young.
how old
Yeah.
were you?
14.
Okay.
Yeah, I was young. I was a youngin',
Oh,
but it was really sweet. And that just let the. Woo! door opened. And we'll just say, Eric was born and realized there's boys out there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it was a
Which
maybe
is a good and bad thing.
I mean, it was very confusing to me because it was like I didn't want to kiss him. So it was what's wrong with me? And then I realized maybe I don't like boys. So there's that.
Yeah.
And then the next like real intentional kiss was with a girl. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, and that was a good one, I'm guessing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Once you get it down, it's like, okay, I got this.
Yes. Yeah. With the right person, the right chemistry. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yes.
So, do any of our listeners, like, are any of you guys not? Because I know we've got some, this is a young adult. So
Mhm.
maybe we've got, please write us about kissing advice. We'd love to give it.
Aww.
That'd be really cute. I'd love to hear their stories.
Yes.
Aw. Okay.
Now I feel all cute.
I know. So, well, we were about to go down the wrong direction.
Well,
Or
you
maybe it was
were.
the right direction.
Yes.
I just decided to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. That's for GrishaCast afters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. For, adult rated. Anyways, moving on. Who was the last person you stalked on social media? Okay, so first we all have to admit, do we do this?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, not really, I guess, for people that, like, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more into, like, not into, but I'm more likely to stalk, like, celebrity-ish, I guess.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What about any real people? Like, I mean, that, like, do you run into any? Because nope, maybe I shouldn't admit that. Gotta be careful.
I mean, like, people that you used to know. I'll put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I'll go see, like, what they're doing, and oh my goodness, their partner is not as pretty as me, and you missed out, and, kind of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I don't think I really stalk. I so much more just, like, I mean, 'cause
Peep.
I peep and see what's going on with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stalking would be, like, when I'm looking at someone's story that I don't know. I've done that with, like, some of my friends' boyfriends.
Right.
Like, I kind of, like, check it out, and I'm just like, what's going on with him? Or
Yeah, there is somebody that I don't really know, like, in real life. And anytime they have a story or anything else, I'm like, ooh, yes. Yes, please.
let's read that.
I need more of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's, like, technically stalking. I'm not, like, sliding into DMs or anything like that. Like, there's certain musicians that, like, I'm obsessed with that I will.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I don't know if that's stalking either, or just being,
don't think
like,
it
a
is.
crazy fangirl.
I don't think you and I really stalk, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is that boring? Are we boring?
I guess in that sense,
Who do
yeah.
y'all stalk? Tell us who you
Yeah.
stalk
I mean, because
and what
we've
you
got
consider
families
stalking,
now.
maybe.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I
just-
think once you get older, I guess that kind of.
I don't have the time. Like, I mean, like, where am I gonna find the time to do it? Like,
There's the real truth.
I mean, I'm already worn out with what we've got, and I mean, I don't have time for it. Like, I mean, that would be great, but I mean, I'd have to also find somebody to stalk. So maybe I'll have to. Maybe that'll be something new.
We need a new hobby, so let's find.
Let's see if we can find someone to
Yes,
stalk.
let's find someone to stalk.
As I'm looking at myself in this costume. Like, I mean, could you imagine, like, me just stalking as, like, this? Like, I mean, this was, like,
You know what I have done, though, is, like, gone through, like, Instagram
Mhm.
of somebody and then accidentally double tapped, like, of an old picture.
Oops.
That is the most horrifying feeling ever. Because, like, I don't feel like I'm stalking.
Mhm.
I feel like, oh, who is this? And I'm going, and then it hearts it. And I'm like, oh, God, unheart.
Yeah.
Run away. Act like it never happened.
Yeah. Social media will get you.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't do the Snapchat thing.
Mm-mm.
That
No,
would get me in trouble. Because when you send it, like you can't like get it back or something. Right?
Yeah.
Or am I
I
too
don't-
old for this?
I mean, I have friends that are on it all the time.
I know, same here.
I just don't feel like I ever got into it.
I feel like I don't have the time because I'm like, I really need to talk to you through text. Snapchatting, is like, I think
There's-
it's, I need your message to stay there. Like, I mean, like, I can't remember anything. I don't need to disappear in like a minute. And also, I'm not having interesting conversations enough for you to put up something that can only stay there for a minute, to be
Yeah.
honest. I mean, because
Yeah.
that's for people that are dating and out there on the scene.
Yeah.
You and I are like not doing that.
No,
Mm-mm.
not really. We'll
Okay.
just
Yeah. Well. Okay. So, what book are you embarrassed to have read?
Oh my goodness. Twilight.
Oh my God, you read that?
I read all of them, okay?
Wow.
All of them. And I'm admitting that right now.
You are.
Hi, my name is Terry, and I read the whole Twilight series. And I know that a lot of people love those, so I'm not going to sit here
But
and bash them.
no. Because it got people into probably a lot of fan fiction today. And
Yes, it was something I had not read in a while when that series came out, so it did kind of help me get back into reading. But while I was reading it, I felt gross. So I don't know why I continued on because I'm not a quitter. But now looking back, because vampires are my thing and the whole Anne Rice thing, and I was like, wow, no, no. So yeah, that would be my embarrassing book.
Hold on a second.
He's pouring his tea.
Yes.
So what is your book that you're embarrassed to have read?
I hate to admit this, but because I haven't read anything that I'm too embarrassed to have read. I'm not even kidding. There's nothing that I've read that I'm too embarrassed. I didn't read Twilight because I didn't want to.
Now you should.
I know. I will tell you. Okay, I can tell you something that I'm embarrassed I haven't read. I haven't read any Tolkien. Which I'm embarrassed that I haven't read because it's always completely like something that I should have. But I think what holds me back from that is just the fact that like it's so hyped up for me. I'm scared to read it because I don't want to not like it. I know it'll be great, but I haven't read any Tolkien. But there's nothing I've read that I was so embarrassed I've read. I know I'm boring like that. I'm thinking, is there anything that like? I'm not embarrassed. I read my RuPaul books. I'm all about that.
No.
Yeah. Let's see. No. Sorry. I'm an open book when it comes to the books I've read.
Maybe the 50 Shades of Grey thing too. Maybe that's a little embarrassing. But I think everybody
I never read that.
read that. But it's like, don't.
But I would understand why you would be embarrassed by it.
Don't. What do I want to say? I'm tapping. Don't read it. And don't take any advice from it. How about that? Don't do that. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
You know what? I am embarrassed to be, in all honesty, that I watched the movie.
That movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I didn't like it.
It seems very hetero for you.
Yeah, and I just was like, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
So it's probably not the best conversation to.
No, yeah. Okay. Moving on. Okay. So, what do you eat when you can choose anything and no one is around to see?
Guilty pleasure food.
Well, I'm not embarrassed to eat anything around anybody, so I will eat just about anything. Guilty pleasure food? I love some ice cream.
Or maybe like the way that you eat it.
Oh. Okay.
Like, like you eat differently in private than you do in person. Everyone, I think, does that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, I'm not embarrassed that a pint of ice cream is a serving.
Oh,
Always.
100%.
Like that's never ever like I'm gonna eat half of this. Like I mean that
No.
is a serving
Exactly.
every single time.
Mm-hmm.
I never ever have. I just think of that as my to-go cup.
Can you imagine putting like half of that back in the freezer?
You'd have
That's like
nothing. There's no point.
Mm-mm.
No, a pint is there for you to eat the entire thing.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, well, good. Thank you. And let's see what else.
I think mine's like chips and dip. Like if someone else is around, I eat it very like I have a small little amount of chips and a little bit of dip, and I'm just like, dude, okay, little thing. But if I'm by myself, that entire bag of chips is gone. That entire thing of dip is gone,
Yeah.
and that is like an entire meal. I will rage on some chips and dip.
I'll get
Because
my.
dip is where it's at. Like dunking food is the best part of eating.
I'm sorry. What was that word?
Dunking. Like dunking some nugs in some sauce.
What is a nug?
Dunking.
Okay, well, wait. What's a nug?
Chicky nugs. Chicken nuggets. Chicky nugs.
Okay, yeah, that's right. You have kids that eat fast food. I haven't had a chicken nugget in a long time.
But yeah, like just dunking anything in there. Like even if I'm like eating, veggies, just dunking something, or like I just like sauce, I guess.
Well, sauce is great.
Sauce is the best.
You know what I miss is I miss pizza and bread. I like bread.
Mm-hmm.
Although the holidays are right around the corner, so
You gonna have fat and sassy holidays?
hell yeah, I already have been eating fat and sassy holidays for about like a good month now. So
Heck yeah.
it already started. I shouldn't have, and I was thinking today, well, I guess I should probably start that diet. I'm like, wait.
Nope.
Well, I should. We're gonna beep that out. Well, I shouldn't start that diet. Because
It's too soon, or it's too close
I
to
need
the
to
holidays.
watch. I need to watch what I'm doing up until then, though, because I don't need to sit here and just gorge and just like add on, and then after the holidays, just
And then add on to that.
yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah. So 32 minutes. Little spot. Okay. So. Okay. Next question. What do we got?
What does your last text say? I gotta pull out the phone for this one.
Yeah, I don't have a good memory.
It's probably gonna be something stupid too. Yep, it was. Thank you, Lovey. You're really sweet. It's my last text.
So is that a text you sent or text you got?
That's the last text at all.
Okay, so mine was, want to give him his Switch tonight while Alden is here.
That involves my child.
Yeah. Last text I sent was, they are pretty.
We are really fascinating people.
Oh, and I got yours. I'm down the street.
I'm down the street, yes.
Yeah. So I don't think that's as exciting as some people really would
No.
have hoped.
What's your last screenshot? That should be good.
God. It was to confirm an appointment that I set up. Who's that?
Mine is Josh from Bad Flower.
Oh, I remember that group. Because you told me I
Talking about his abs. There was a whole conversation with me and my partner about does he work out to go on tour, or is he like that because he's on tour? And he put in there that he's not, like his abs are gone because tour is over. So I screenshot it to send him. So there you go.
Mine is an therapy kind of thing.
We are the most bored.
Yeah, it's something I
boring.
sent my mother about inner child trauma and over-explaining.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's deep.
And then the next one after that was my gratitude list.
Oh, well.
God, I'm boring.
We need to get you into stalking people
I
so that
guess
you
so.
have more of a hobby that's...
I mean, oops. Yeah. Sorry. Not as exciting as I want it to be.
That's all right.
That's okay. Well, we try. That's
All
that
right.
matters.
So the next question is, how tall are you?
5'9". I've been 5'9" forever. I don't think I've I mean, if anything, I'm gonna start shrinking eventually. I think
Oh,
that'll
yeah.
start happening soon. But I'm 5'9". I can't remember the last time I wasn't 5'9". Didn't you stay at this height forever? Don't you feel like you've been this for like years? I think I like grew to 5'9", like I was that in high school, and I don't think I've ever changed.
Well, girls actually like grow faster than boys do. So I am 5'8", and I was 5'8" in like junior high. And then that's it. Like, but I grew really quickly, and my feet grew really fast too, and I would stumble all over myself. But yeah, I'm 5'8", and somewhere in between sophomore and junior year, all the boys grew that summer, and all of a sudden I wasn't the tallest person anymore because I'm pretty tall.
No.
And kids now are like massive. I don't know where this is happening, but
I
I
think
was
it's-
taller than everybody at 5'8", and then once the boys grew up in junior year, it was like, whoa.
Who is this person that's asking how tall we are? I'm interested to go back. I know we don't have the names here, but I'm interested to see. Who wants to know how tall
I mean,
we
I
are?
guess it's hard to tell heights,
I
you
guess
know,
it's the person
from
that watches.
maybe.
Maybe they want to know how. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like. I mean, yeah, not that tall. But anyways, okay. Next question. Ooh, I don't know.
You don't know what your sun sign is?
Sun sign, rising sign.
What's your sun sign?
I don't know what that is. I mean, is that my regular sign?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's
I mean, it's my regular sign. I mean, like I'm a Capricorn.
that's your sun sign.
Okay, I mean, so
I think
what's
we've
your
talked about
sun-
that. I'm an Aries. My sun sign is an Aries.
Okay.
Rising sign, if you haven't done all the calculations, then you don't know your rising sign. There's a whole
Okay.
thing. You have to put in like what time you were born and then the location and all this stuff, and it pulls up. The rising sign is what constellation was rising up on the horizon at the time you were born, at the location you were born. Okay, you look really confused. So
Okay, like I mean, okay, wait, no, I'm getting it. Like I mean, like in the sky, right?
yes,
that's what you're
but it's a whole. It's not easy to just
Yeah,
like
figure.
so mine's a Libra, so that is very confusing because that's the opposite basically of
Mhm.
Aries. So the rising sign has a lot to do with your personality. So yeah, if anybody wants to analyze me, my moon sign is actually Aries too. So have fun with that one. Aries, Libra. Have fun.
I guess I'm gonna have to find out what I am. How do I do this? Send a chart somewhere.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out.
Okay.
Well,
my
and your partner sign.
he's Leo. I know that.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah.
Mine is a Capricorn. I think we've talked about this before.
Yes, because he has the same birthday as
Best
me.
friend and partner have the exact same birthday. Well, not the same year, but they have the same birthday. So that makes it very difficult for me.
Oh, but it's okay. Birthday as we've gotten older, birthdays really don't.
I know,
like-
right?
And
Yeah.
also like that birthday, come on. Like seriously.
That one's difficult anyway.
Yeah, so like I have never cared. I mean, I would probably have a heart attack if I ever like actually had the people I would love to see on my birthday all in one
Like
room.
one big giant party on your birthday.
No, like I mean, just like I mean, if I had like actually like, it's hard. I expect that. It's like it's Christmas Eve. That is the hardest day to have a part. Like, oh my gosh, I've had it since I was younger. So no worries. Actually my favorite birthday is just sitting at home and reading.
Being
'Cause that's
left
what-
alone.
Yeah, to be honest, like I really enjoy that. And if I get to eat my like lovely little dinner that I like to always have, but that doesn't always happen because not everybody's big fans of it. But you know what?
You
It's not
get
their
to do what
birthday.
you want.
That's how I feel. Thank you.
On your birthday, you do what you want.
Thank you. But see, everybody has to get invited, and I feel like I don't need to invite everybody to
No.
it. Like I just wish it could just be like, I almost want to get it to go. Like it doesn't need to be this big thing. Like just
That's
go.
a good idea, though.
Like just get my food to go, and I can eat my steak, and I can like enjoy it.
Mhm.
And I mean, it just doesn't have to be this big old shindig. We don't have to like, because Christmas Eve is just so hard. Although my favorite part of my birthday is actually, I always stay up, and I watch White Christmas by myself.
Yeah.
It's my
And eat
favorite.
cheesecake.
Oh yeah, and I eat the cheesecake.
and eat the cheesecake.
And probably any leftovers of my cake that usually I have left.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that was a question I usually don't normally. That wasn't even a question. Okay, so maybe we should move on. Do you think we like? I mean, well, pick a last question that we should do. Because I mean, look, we've done some good for time.
Let's see. What are you most self-conscious about?
Okay. Well, I'm very self-conscious about a chip in my tooth, and also like selfies.
Selfies.
Yeah, I'm very self-conscious about like pictures. I hate pictures of myself, which is funny because we do this and I just don't seem to care on this. But
Right.
like in serious situations, like when I'm not wearing a bee costume or like I tend to care. I'm a little self-conscious of that. Yeah.
I get that.
Because also like I get this tiny little like I get the neck thing.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. I hate it because ugh.
The neck thing is one of my. I mean, I had my thyroid removed many years ago, and when they put everything back together, the structure really isn't there. So I don't have much of a chin, I guess. So that's one of the, position yourself just right.
Yeah, you're good at that.
But I also, have a fat disorder, and so yeah, that I have to think about that a lot. But hopefully soon that won't be a thing. But that's probably it.
Okay.
Personality-wise, I'm awesome, so I don't think about that
yeah.
at all.
There's nothing wrong with any of our personalities.
No, never.
No. Okay. I was trying to see if there's one last question you wanted to answer.
What do you want to do?
Your most disgusting habit?
Your most disgusting habit? Do you have one?
I bite my fingernails.
That's your disgusting habit?
And I vape. That's disgusting. And at least it's not smoking, but I'm trying so hard to stop vaping. I hate vaping. That's a disgusting habit. And I bite my fingernails. Those are my two things.
I don't know if I would consider that disgusting.
Really?
So I have a weird one, I guess. I guess it could be disgusting. I have this. Why am I even telling you this? I have this weird thing where when there's like water running, I feel the need to spit. So
okay.
When no one's around and I'm washing my hands, sometimes I will spit into the sink. I don't know why. I feel like, I'm a bro deep down. Maybe that's... No, not like that. I don't like hock a loogie.
I don't even know how to do that.
But yeah, so there you go. There's something that...
Interesting. So running
nobody's
water...
ever known about me. So congratulations. Now thousands and thousands of you
know that Terry...
Not...
If she's washing her hands, she's spitting too.
Woo!
It is out there.
It's out there.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, okay. Well, that was a fun section. We hope that I think we got to a lot of our questions. So hopefully you guys out there enjoyed that. If we didn't get to your questions, we have kept a bank of them and we promise we will keep entering them randomly. This was a great time to get a big bunch of them in there. So anyways, and those are good ones. Those are so random.
Yes.
Like, those are really crazy. So anyways, thank you guys. So let's not forget, we always have to check in with our Grisha in the field. But first, we want to tell you about a great cruise line we've been using for years, Volkvoni Voyages. We are all getting back to normal, and it is time to get out there again.
This sleek schooner has the most comfortable hammocks that are clean never, and so many different types of Grisha on board. Who needs a doctor?
Sail the Bone Road in confidence under Privateer Sturman's command. Watch the true-to-life pirate dinner show. Not for sensitive viewers, for the ultimate immersive experience. For reservations or information, click on the link below.
Volkvolny Voyages, where the perfect vacation is not impossible.
Girl, those are good. I can't wait till my Volkvolny voyage. Okay.
Oh, we've been using them for years, so
Yeah, so
you already know.
cut that. Okay. It's that very special time for GrishaCast news. So, let's go live to our Grisha in the field, Alex.
Hello. Thank you so much. So I do have some news this week. Lee sent out a new newsletter, and that is chock full of stuff. She did remind us about the People's Choice Award, which you can vote at vote.pca.com. You can vote up to 25 times, and all you have to do is put your email in or sign up with Facebook. It's just that easy. It's fabulous. She did give some life updates. She has been walking around more, and she dressed up her dog Freddie as Milo the goat, which is so cute. She added pictures, and I am in love with it. It's adorable. She shared a few Spotify playlists that she has themed for each of her books, so there are links in the email for that. She shared some of Crow's fan art, which I cannot off the top of my head remember the artist, but if you check out the email, she definitely credited them because she's huge on that. I love that. And she answered some more fan questions that are sent to lastlee@gmail.com. So if you have any writing questions or anything for her, that is the email to go to. Again, the email is lastlee@gmail.com. That's all I have for you this week. Thank you so much. Have a great time.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
Eric Stinger says thank you as well.
It sure does. Oh. I got a little bit bigger. I'm sorry. I just wanted to show off my stinger for all you 5 YouTube watchers out there. Anyways. Well, the stinger's cute.
It is cute.
Anyways, thank you so much, Alex. All that riveting news. Thank you so much. This has been a fun episode. I can't believe it's already over. But yeah, Grishaversary month is over now, and it's been fun.
It's been so fun.
And of course, we didn't even do them all in October in Grishaverse fashion. We made it into November.
Of course.
Because that's just how it's always been. Anyways, shout out to all those Fable Book Club listeners. Thank you so much. For those of you that are interested in starting a book club, check out Fable Book Club. It's a great app. It really is. We actually are, we do the Shadow and Bone Book Club, where we are actually in Siege and Storm, and there's like little discussions that we have that are not part of this podcast. It's a whole separate thing. But anyways, if you're interested in starting back there and want to see what we've got, it's available, and there's cute little videos that we have at each milestone.
Yeah, there's actually videos you can't see anywhere else.
Yeah, they are. They're discussions that we have. Exclusive discussions. But next week, get ready, y'all. We got an interview with. Did I scare you? Did I scream?
Keep going.
Melinda Lowe. Yay!
I'm so excited.
For those of you that don't know who Melinda Lowe is, look her up because you need to. And I'll just say this. Ash.
Yes,
Start
the book
with
Ash.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Start with that.
It's so good.
It really is. It really is. Yep, so next week we will not be continuing on with Rule of Wolves quite yet.
But we have something more exciting.
Yep, but we promise we will get back to it. The following week we will be there.
And what are we reading the final week? The next 2 chapters? Maybe?
Yeah, I think I can't remember.
Now I'm putting Eric on the spot. How does it feel?
I know. what were the last 2 chapters we read?
Who knows?
See?
So the next couple chapters.
We'll tell you next week what chapters to read. I had it figured out, but
check back. We'll get back. We'll get you.
yeah, I mean, take a little break.
It's fine. Everything's cool.
Exactly. We're doing a podcast about reading a book, and we have no clue what chapters we're reading in 2 weeks.
It's fine.
You've got time. Anyways, it's been wonderful. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a fabulous. I hope you all enjoyed our outfits. I think you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Please carry that Lisabetta attitude and beauty into the next wonderful year of the GrishaCast. Yes. And I'm just going to buzz off. Anyways.
You look so buzz and cute.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions for us, send them in for Melinda Lowe this week.
Yeah.
If not, don't worry. We'll come up with our own because we've got to. Okay. So we love you all. Long live the Grishaverse.
Like, we're at the end of the hour, so my voice is a little husky. A plus.
No mourners.
No funerals.
This has been GrishaCast. Connect with us on the web at GrishaCast.com. Send an email to info@GrishaCast.com.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at GrishaCast.
A very special thank you to always Kendra Dantes in year 26 for that wonderful background music, and our staff, Chris, Alex, Sid, Michelle, Amber.